Hey everybody, we're super excited to see the new Milwaukee M18 FUEL belt sander released. Came out a few months back, and over the last 5, maybe 6, 7 years, Milwaukee has been pretty much foot on the gas, providing battery-powered solutions to replace traditional carpentry and remodeling corded tools. As a remodeling carpenter, I'm excited as I see these new releases, and I'm paying close attention to it because it's in my wheelhouse. Now, while a belt sander is not a tool used in my daily line of work, when you need one, you need one. Nothing else will do. So having one in the van is a must. It's a go-to problem solver when you need it. So first impressions on the belt sander. It's a 3x18-inch belt sander, and Milwaukee claims that it has the same torque and power as an 8-amp corded belt sander. I immediately noticed and liked that it's got an adjustable front handle. Now this handle has 2 adjustments, forward and aft, and the handle itself, it moves maybe 2 inches with 2 different notches, and it allows the handle to pretty much project front of the tool, where you can grab it really easily, or push back flush with the face of the tool. And then there's an adjustment lever located in the top of the handle, recessed flush. No hot spots, no pinch points. It's just a comfortable grip. Dust collection. Pretty impressive dust collection for a cordless tool. There's an integral fan, a wheel that pretty much sucks the dust in and puts it out the chute, whether it's attached with a dust bag or with a vacuum. Milwaukee claims it collects about 80% of the dust, which is impressive. That dust bag is a durable, multi-layered zippered bag, and it has a kind of a spring clip-on connector, as well as a dust port, a universal dust port that locks on as well. I have to say, it's well engineered, and it's a robust connection. It's nice. The universal dust adapter, that it has that clip connection, and it allows for several different size hoses to attach. Now, it obviously fits nicely with Milwaukee vacuums, but it also fit a Makita vacuum I had, my Festool dust extractor as well. The adapter fits 1 1/4 inch, 1 7/8, and 2 1/2 inch hoses, and it's the same design as those new Milwaukee air tip accessories. I did notice though that if you pull hard, either on the dust bag or on the adapter, it will disconnect. You gotta pull pretty hard. This is similar, I think, like when you drag a tool or drag the hose of the vacuum, you potentially may disconnect from the hose. So this could be remedied, I think, Milwaukee, if you folks just, maybe making the adapter and the belt sander dust chute connection points engage deeper or something like that. It's got a power lock-on switch, which I like. It's useful for long-term use or awkward positioning, longer sanding applications. Variable speed dial to control the speed and material removal. The variable speed dial has 5 settings, which allow from 700 to 1350 SFMs. Similar to other belt sanders, the M18 sander has a spring-loaded lever on the left side of the base, and that's for changing the belt. Open it, change the belt. I checked the platen on my sander. It was perfectly flat. The platen is the base plate on the bottom of the sander, and that's what comes in contact, the flat part for what you're sanding. A small belt tracking knob is located on the front left side of the sander as well, and the knob works really well. And what I really liked about it, it was easy to position the blade, and it's not overly sensitive. My porta cable is super sensitive and throw the blade off. 2 LEDs on the tool, one on the front, one on the other side, the right side, which is the flat portion of the tool. And that right side is the side that you would bring the sander right up to get close to, say, a horizontal vertical corner surface, something like that. The light's brightness was good, and I felt it had a decent throw pattern. When I was using this sander, it was heavy. It felt a little heavy, and most belt sanders are heavy, and as a bare tool, it's 1 pound lighter than my corded sander. So probably with the battery, it's going to be a little bit over. While using the belt sander, I was pretty much paying attention to power and control. I wanted both, and I wanted it at the same time when I use this tool. The sander certainly has the power for belt sanding, and it removes great material, and I was able to get my control I needed through the variable speed dial. I wish it had a variable speed trigger. I used the sander to even out some 3/4 plywood edging on some bookcases I was making, and while doing this, I noticed that I had the tendency to work on the left side of the tool because I'm right-handed, right-hand dominant. I'm looking down at the left side of the tool, and this is because, being a right-handed person, that's the side I gravitate to. The problem was that The sanding belt is oriented on the right side of the tool, so there's space missing, so there's no sanding going on that left side. There's definitely a learning curve here, and I need to train myself differently on this tool, and you have to get used to, you know, smaller sanders and moving the sander over and looking at that right side. I don't have a lot, as far as improvement, I don't have a lot of hours on this tool, but, and I won't for some time. It's just not a tool I reach for often. But what I did notice is that the plating on the sander is almost 4 inches wide, 3 3/4. The belt is 3 inches. Now there might be some concern, I don't know for sure, that a slight edge misalignment on the sander could cause you to scratch your workpiece with that plating, the metal edge of it. I also noticed that the variable speed dial is on the rear of the tool. And I'd prefer it up front, where I could manipulate it on the fly with my index finger while I'm using the tool. Look, minor dig on the belt sander. Most folks are just going to set and forget the variable speed down. They don't care about that stuff. Again, variable speed trigger would solve this for me. As far as price, I've seen it offered as low as $229 at Acme Tools. Pretty nice price. Overall impression, this belt sander works great. Excellent power, impressive battery life, and really good control. Milwaukee has always been committed to providing these trade-focused solutions for the trades. And like I said, in the recent last 5 or 6 years, they're really committed to the carpentry trades, and that's most welcome. Being able to have all the carpentry trade tools that one needs on one battery system, that's important to a ton of folks, myself included. This new M18 belt sander is fully compatible. And if you think about it, the entire M18 line that Milwaukee has now is like, I don't know, it's like 250 tools or something like that, tools and accessories. So well done, Milwaukee. Did a good job on this one. I think there's only 3 other folks that have cordless belt sanders out there. Milwaukee certainly probably has the most robust one that I've seen. So well done, and I'm Rob Robillard, and we'll see you next time. Take care.